Welcome back to Rev It Up Bowling. My name is Jason Robarge, and today we got another ball review for you. Today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Hammer Hazmat Solid. Now, when this video does come out, this ball will already be released. Remember to pick one at your local pro shop. Out of box, this thing comes with like a 2.48 and a 15 RG and a 2.50 and a 14 with a .055 differential in both. What they were trying to do with this, the original Hazmat, a little bit cleaner cover stock. However, with that massive differential, it still read the mid lane pretty well and was pretty smooth and continuous. They wanted to keep the same thing with this bowling ball, but they haven't had a cover like this and a core like this in a little while, probably since the dark webs. What Hammer has done has wrapped this in a stronger cover stock, including the high differential big core. This is a big symmetric solid bowling ball. The original Hazmat was a little bit cleaner, still rolly, still continuous, read the mid lanes, but not as much as what I expect this ball to do. It comes out of the factory with about 2,000 on it, but it's one of those bowling balls that's gonna see the mid lanes quite a bit, be pretty smooth, but still give you that nice continuous banana shape. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna throw some shots up the lane, probably have to move left a little bit, get lined up, and then play around with it. Without further ado, let's get into it. What we're gonna do, first shot's gonna go around second arrow. If I had to guess, it's gonna hook too much. However, we are bowling on London 44, a little bit longer pattern. This place, if you ever watch any of my other videos, this place hooks a decent amount down lane, always plays shorter. I'm gonna start right, but more than likely, I'm gonna have to move left. All right, first shot with this ball. Just the surface on it just makes me wanna think it's gonna hook just early, but we'll see. Yep, it definitely did. Perfect. To be expected with this bowling ball. Hammer hasn't wrapped a bowling ball with this big of a core, with this strong a cover stock, probably since the dark webs, and I really enjoyed those lines. So I'm pretty excited for this. My original Hazmat was pretty mid-laney. I did do a 4-inch pin, so it made it a little even earlier, a little bit more mid lane. But with this one, I changed the drilling on it, which we'll get into a second. I'm gonna move left a little bit. Probably have to do a pretty big jump left, but I'm gonna see if we can make it work somewhere in between second, third arrow. Probably gonna hook too much, but we'll see. Yeah, definitely did. I definitely did. You guys are gonna be like, oh, this isn't London. I will say, like I said, especially long patterns here, they play so much shorter. This hooks a lot for London, but this is a very strong ball. The layout I put on this one, as you can see, pin up, it's 5.5 by 40. The idea, what I was trying to do was, I know my original Hazmat, how that hooked. 4-inch on this ball, we're just gonna bleh. It's gonna just read the mid lanes, be too front to back, and I'm not gonna get to throw it very often. I wanted to put something a little bit more user-friendly. I went with a 5-inch to promote some length out of a ball that has a moderately low RG and a pretty high differential. So I don't need it to hook early. I have enough hand to make that happen. So I went with a little bit longer pin to pap to get it down lane, but I did want to go with a pin up to burn its energy up and lay off the pocket some, but that does force you typically further left. We're gonna move left because we just Brooklyn. Yeah, still a little too much. Still a little too much. We're gonna go ahead and move left a little bit more. This is a strong symmetric. So similar bowling balls to this, like I mentioned, the dark web. Other bowling balls that have a high RG, low RG, and a high differential with these strong cover stocks. You can almost think of it as like years past, the Gauntlet was very much like that. You had the Scandals. This is a very similar ball to those. You're gonna need volume for one, and you'd be looking for a smoother shape with that volume. Let's go ahead and throw another one. And again, we're just gonna keep trucking left until we hit the pocket. Better. You can see it's blending out a little bit more. Still overhooked. I'm gonna go ahead and increase my speed a little bit. I don't wanna get too deep too fast. I'm gonna go ahead and increase speed a little bit. Maybe try to be a little bit lighter with the hand, and that should make it hook a little bit less. Try to get into a nice roll. Nice roll and soft. We're getting there. I'm gonna go ahead and move left just a teensy bit more. That was better. When I would use this ball, probably a higher volume pattern. I could see maybe on house shot for me, maybe the first game or so. With this current surface, it does dig into the lane quite a bit. Now, obviously surface is extremely important and we can always adjust that. If I was to throw this on house, I'd probably take a little bit of surface off this thing, but so far it's a very smooth shape. Gives you some continuation off the back, which is nice. Doesn't roll out smooth. This one I'm gonna increase speed just a little bit more. Nice soft hand. Much better, much better. Bowling balls like this for me, I don't use terribly often just because this state, Alaska, the bowling alleys here have quite a bit of friction. This bowling alley does have new lanes, but it has crazy back end, so everything just hooks a ton. This is 44 foot. Again, it plays a little bit less than that. I would say if I was gonna throw this ball, it'd probably be a longer shot, or if it's extremely high volume, short pattern, as long as I can get that ball to read early, it should be okay, but it might be a little too continuous. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move left just a little bit more, increase speed a tad. I don't think there's much push in the middle here. It plays a little too short to have a ton of push, at least here. I'm gonna make sure I get it right just a little bit. Much better. I like that. Now the ball, you can see when it does enter the pocket, deflects a little bit. A lot of that has to do with the surface. It's just trying to eat the mid lane up a little bit. The overall hook potential is quite a bit right now. It's still burning a lot of energy. I don't see me being able to get like crazy left to right unless I find more volume in the middle, but I'm thinking I can maybe open the lane up with this thing and have it set towards the pocket a little earlier. What I'm gonna do is move right a little bit. I'm gonna bump my break point right. I'm gonna try to get into more friction, and that should slow the ball down, hopefully roll more forward and not duck hook on me. We're gonna move about 7-8 right. We're gonna bump our break point out to like 5-6. And again, soft hand, a little bit of speed. That was pretty good. I did what I wanted. I got it right early. It saw the friction. I was able to burn a lot of that energy and set towards the pocket. That actually looked pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Where this ball fits into Hammer's lineup, not just Brunswick in general. I see this being definitely a little bit earlier, stronger hook potential than the original Hazmat. It's definitely gonna be like, it's smooth, it's continuous. Like the hook potential probably just as much or maybe a little less than the Envies or even some of the like the Mastermind that Brunswick has as well. An asymmetric solid. I feel like the hook potential is about the same. Maybe those are a little bit more, but the similarity is it does read pretty early. Now, again, I did a 5.5 inch pin to pap. It definitely promotes length. If you guys do a shorter pin to pap, definitely gonna be much earlier. I could see this complement be like a 1A, 1B on an asymmetric solid, where you just need something that rolls early. And with the asymmetrics, we'll roll out a little bit more. They'll roll a little bit more forward. If you're looking for something that rolls early, but gives you more continuation on the back end, a little more recovery, this ball can definitely be it for you. Let's go ahead and throw a few more shots. I do want to get deep just to see what it does. Lower rev rates, so we're definitely going to be able to play this a little more front to back. Again, it's going to read the mid lane more, but you should see after that flip a little bit more continuation. All right, we're going to go ahead and try to repeat the shot I just made. We are gonna try to get to 5-6 down lane, a little bit softer hand, a little bit more balls. Go. I got it in. That was break point of like 10. That's terrible. All right, we're gonna do that one more time because it's fun. I don't get to open my angles up to the gutter too much, so it's fun. Would I play this originally? Like, no, I find a ball that fits what I'm trying to do, but it's fun to mess around. Better. That one had a lot more continuation. That first one you saw 2 shots ago when I struck, that one continued a lot more. The other one was a little bit more deflective when it hit the pocket. I'd probably say that's probably not the right part of the lane for me currently. Just it goes to the pocket a little differently for a very minimal miss down lane. We're gonna move left, find more volume. Again, speed up a little bit. I do want a softer hand so it doesn't grip the mid lane as much. Very nice. Is this a left to right bowling ball or is it front to back? The way I drilled it and what I'm currently throwing on is a little bit more left to right. However, when it does transition, it is continuous, but it does see the mid lane pretty well. I feel like this is gonna be a pretty versatile ball depending on how you have it drilled. If you do a short pin to pap, I could see be better front to back, higher volumes of oil. If you do a weak layout, even a pin under layout, you're gonna see a lot smoother ball shape, a little bit less volume that you can use it on, stuff like that. We're gonna go ahead and make the same shot again. I feel like I could put a 50 mils sometimes. Not bad. That one I got right a little bit like I wanted to, and it recovered quite well. Now you're like, Jason, this is 44-foot London fresh. Why are you hooking it so much? Again, stuff here hooks a decent amount down lane. You can see that. Forces you left a little bit more. It is a strong bowling ball, a very aggressive cover stock, a very aggressive core, Semtex core. You're gonna see this play, it's gonna force you a little bit more left than typical. If you're using like a normal benchmark ball, it's gonna be on the same lines as a big asymmetric. You're just, with this one, you're just be looking for more continuation down lane. If I threw, let's see, if I threw like the max bias, especially, too much intermediate diff, reads too early, and it flips really quickly, and it just doesn't have enough to continue going left, that's a big difference. If you guys watch that ball review video versus like this, you can see that symmetric versus asymmetric differences there. The asym likes to roll more forward. This likes to continue a little bit more. Obviously the drilling's a little different, but it's a good comparison. We're gonna go and throw 2 more. I'm going to check recovery. I'm already pretty far left, but I'm gonna keep moving left. Obviously, not everyone does this. It'll only help out a few people. I just wanna see if it'll continue. I'm waiting for it to plaque 10. Like there's too much surface on the ball, there's too much differential. I haven't seen it quite yet. Yeah, so that one I definitely had to like tweak it a little bit to make that corner. It's still continuing just fine. I'm surprised, however, that long pin to pap is going to aid with the rolling out problem being that far deep. We're gonna throw 1 more. Ace, where do you want me to throw? Like tell me where you want me to hit through the arrows, what my break point should be. 8 break point, okay. You want me deep trying to hit it? You want me to go up the lane trying to hit it? You want me deep to hit it? Okay, we're gonna try to hit the right side of that far right tracer because my coach told me to. In order to be, the last couple of strikes, they're probably around that area, but I'm gonna move myself a little deeper because I feel like it's gonna have to be closer to the pocket and it's gonna hook quite a bit. This one, that was like 6. That was 5. Struck though, that was close. You can see that this ball is definitely more versatile than some of the other ones on the market. Again, it's gonna be good for medium to higher volumes, higher rev rate, definitely higher volumes, lower rev rate you could probably use on your normal house shots and stuff like that. The Hazmat Solid, where is this gonna fit in my tournament arsenal? Well, is it gonna be my benchmark ball? No, it honestly just hooks too much for my typical benchmark ball. I typically wanna see something in the mid-range for my benchmark ball. This is a little too aggressive for that. If I had my benchmark ball in a 6-ball lineup, you know, if it's my medium ball, I'm probably gonna have maybe 1 or 2 balls, a little stronger than that. I'd probably pick out, you know, Black Widow 3-pointer, mindset, something like that to be my strong asymmetric. This is gonna follow that. This is gonna create a similar shape. However, if I feel like the asymmetric hooks a little bit too quick, because again, asymmetric's like a transition a little quicker, or it's not continuous enough where it's playing a little too much front to back, I can go to a ball that's gonna have a similar hook potential, but be able to get a little bit different shape. Still mid lane, but more continuation off the back. That was the review for the Hazmat Solid from Hammer. It is out already. Please remember to pick one up at your local pro shop. We are at 5,000 subs. So I did want to tell you guys how much I appreciate, between Ace and I, the support we've got already. This channel's been going on for maybe about 8 months now or so, and we're doing really well, and we're having a ton of fun doing it, and a ton of fun interacting with you guys. We do have more stuff planned in the future, more videos, interactive content, drilling, and we have talked about maybe some live stream stuff. If you guys are interested in that, please leave them in the comments. They help more than you may think, and that's a good way for us to figure out what you guys want to see, because for me and for Ace, I mean, we love bowling, and Ace, I mean, he's an amazing editor. The more stuff we can do, the more stuff we can do to evolve as well and keep you guys entertained and get bowling out there, keep it alive. And honestly, everyone says keep it alive. For me, it's like make it the best sport possible. I feel like bowling's quite healthy, especially here in Alaska, and we just want to keep evolving, get our youth involved. If you guys want to see anything involving, you know, the youth, pod games, whatever the case may be, just leave them in the comments. With that said, my name is Jason Robarge. We're Rev It Up Bowling. Much love. Peace.